Okay, so here we did a really cool custom deck in the backyard of this beautiful remodel that we did. So a couple things I want to talk about. There was an existing footing here for an old block wall that was just super dated. And so part of the remodel process involved removing the backyard existing hardscape and taking down the block walls. We left the footing here because obviously this would have been a lot of work to try and remove. So instead of taking it out, we saw cut and slotted the wall in sections and then ran the joists, these pressure treated deck joists all the way through, cantilevered them out to gain a little bit more size on the deck, and it turned out really good. So this was a good solution to a challenge or a problem that we ran into. So let's go over here now and look at how we secured the deck to the house. So here we've got these right here are called deck joists. These are our joists. These are what the deck boards land on to support the walking surface or the underlayment of it. This board right here that's nailed or screwed into the foundation of the house is what we call a ledger board. Ledger boards are attached with, these are Titan screws that are anchored into the concrete itself. So we drill through the ledger board and actually attach it and anchor it to the foundation so that we create a nice strong application. This hardware right here are called hangers. These hangers attach to the ledger. So we've got our ledger, which is attached to the foundation, and we've got our hangers, which hold our deck joists. And then we nail accordingly. Then we run our deck joists, and then as you can see, the guys are starting to put the deck boards on top. So the process involves anchoring to the structure, which is what we did here with our Titan bolts and our ledger, all the way down, as you can see. And then we put our hangers on, and then our deck joists. Okay, these blocks right here, they call these mid-span blocking. Mid-span blocking is basically to create additional structural support. You can't really see it here, but we ran these mid-span blocking all the way down from end to end to make sure that that we have a nice strong deck. Time to take a break in the shade. La sombra. Yeah. This deck is going to be epic, corner to corner. Here you can see we ran a gas line and have it stubbed out for future use. We're going to put a fire pit here for the homeowners to enjoy and take advantage of that nice, beautiful view. The decking material that we're using, or that the homeowners decided to use here, is a product which we talked about in earlier episodes. Is Kebony, and it's sourced from Norway. It's a beautiful natural wood product. It lays down very nicely and secures perfectly to our pressure treated deck joists. These joists have been treated with a chemical to prevent any rotting out in the future. So this is what we call a pressure treated lumber material. And the reason why we do that is anytime you're touching earth or concrete, the boards have to be treated so that they don't rot out or fail over time. Okay, here you can see the guys started installing the deck, and we have these clips, these little spacer clips with a screw that go in between and fasten to each deck joist as we go down. It secures the boards to the deck joist itself, but it also creates nice, even, consistent space in between every single board. These are what we call concealed fasteners. And the reason why they call them concealed fasteners is because there's no visible screws in the deck boards themselves. Concealed fastener application is a preferred method of installation. It's a little higher end application as opposed to having screw holes and screw heads, showing. But you can see it's gonna look beautiful when it's all done. The railing that we're going to do here is a cable rail system. So once the deck is finished out, we'll do a nice, clean, modern cable rail system application. It'll go really nice with the aesthetic of the home. Our deck boards are going to finish, as you can kind of see as we pan back over here, guys. You can kind of see the transition. We're going to try to get these to finish as close to the existing door threshold as possible, so that there's no seam between the threshold, the door threshold, and the step out. So you come from inside out, and that seam is absolutely perfect all the way through. So yeah, simple construction on decks is foundation, right? Make sure that our deck is supported. What we kind of did here, we got creative. We were dealing with an existing condition that we had to kind of work around. Anchoring the deck to the house with what we call a ledger board. We anchor it with concrete anchors. We space those anchors about 16 inches apart, and we stagger them. When we say stagger, we start at the top on one anchor, and then as you can see, we pan down here. And this anchor, we go to the bottom of the board, right? And then on this anchor, we go back to the top. So it's staggered up and down. They call that stagger. And so we did that all the way up and down with our ledger. Now we've created a nice frame to hold our deck joists. We attach our joist hangers from ledger, and then our joist. Yeah, it's gonna be all done. We'll come back in about maybe a couple days, and they should be pretty much complete on installation of the deck. And we'll start talking finishing on this. There's a couple different options. We could go, a little darker. We could do a natural clear seal on it, whatever the homeowner wants. So it's gonna be rad when it's all done. I'm pumped for these guys.